Hey YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Johnny L here, and I'm so excited to talk about this series review here. My first series review, actually. I don't normally review entire series, but I just had to do it, especially after the positive response I got from my Cobra Kai teaser trailer reaction and official trailer, which I had so much fun doing, and got a lot of positive comments and reaction to. And yeah, so YouTube Red original series went ahead and dropped Cobra Kai on May 2nd, and yes, I caught the first 2 episodes. It hooked me. I ended up subscribing to YouTube Red to catch the rest because I wanted the whole thing after that. There was no going back. I'll tell you quickly that I absolutely loved it. You know, as a big Karate Kid fan, I was not sure what to expect, even though I really loved the teaser and official trailer. Both scored at 9 out of 10 from me. But you know, I've learned you can't always tell what you're gonna get from the trailer. So, you know what? I dived right in without much expectation. I wasn't sure, but I loved it. It absolutely kicked ass. I wasn't perfect. It was damn near close to perfection though. But you know, I jotted down a couple points here that I want to touch upon here in my series review. So let's go over this quickly here. First of all, the 10-part half-hour episodes I felt was just enough. You know, I moved through it so quickly. You know, I feel sometimes when you go to hour episodes with these series, which they usually are 42, 44-minute episodes, you're looking at some filler, some extended dialogue, scenes that really don't need to be there. But this was just the right amount of Cobra Kai, of nostalgia, of this series, of season 1. And I thought the decision to go to 10 half-hour episodes was perfect. So that worked really well. The nostalgia was well placed. This was something I was worried about. How they would bring back things from the Karate Kid past, Daniel-san, Johnny Lawrence, Miyagi, Cobra Kai dojos, the All Valley tournament.
Fighting positions! I just don't know why you'd ever want to bring back Cobra Kai.
All these things, you know, obviously it was the creators were big fans of the Cobra Kai series. I watched an interview on them being interviewed about their love of Cobra Kai and them pitching the Cobra Kai series to Ralph Macchio and William Zabka. The core characters, for me, is what really carried it. William Zabka as Johnny Lawrence and Ralph Macchio as Daniel LaRusso. I mean, obviously the supporting characters were fantastic. I'm going to touch on them, but they were so good. Okay, I mean, who would have thought, watching the first Karate Kid, that you would now be cheering for Johnny, wanting him to redeem himself, wanting to watch his redemption arc? I never thought I would, but you know what? Johnny Lawrence is back, and I'm so glad he is. And his performance, his prickly charm, his sly wit, and you know, him wanting to find himself. He's a flawed character. He's trying to do the right, and you know, I think he mostly succeeds. He sees where he has failed, or where he might have fallen short a bit. I'll touch on that later. But yes, William Zabka really, for me, was the one to carry this series, and he was fantastic. So great job as Johnny Lawrence, Bad Boy Johnny. The interesting one was Daniel, because obviously, you know, as the Karate Kid, he's a protagonist. You know, we all know him as Daniel's son. We love him. I love him. But you know, seeing him now as an adult, as a successful car salesman, franchisee, you know, maybe you can see how he has lost his ways a bit. We all knew Daniel to be a bit of a hothead, have a bit of a mouth, have a bit of an attitude. You know, he had that in him as well from the original Karate Kid series. But you know, seeing how he has sort of lost his way as well. Gone away from Miyagi's teachings, gone away from his bounce. His old dojo was full of stuff. He hadn't practiced karate in how long. He had lost touch with his son. You can see he'd stopped practicing karate with his daughter. And you know, you can see it later on in the series when he's dusting off old trophies and visiting Miyagi's old house and practicing the karate again, seeing him come back to himself and how he started. That was interesting to see. So it was well done. Sam, I really enjoy. I think they cast her perfectly. She had just the right of. I could see her being raised by Daniel. That made sense to me. One last thing I want to touch on about Sam, which I never really liked. I didn't like the way that she was bullied. This is Daniel LaRusso's daughter, okay? A strong female character, clearly, that Daniel would have raised right, and did. You can see the values in her, questioning the people she chose to be around, and she has an inner moral values that clearly have been taught to her by Daniel. But I didn't like that, and karate training. This is, she's no snowflake. She can kick some real ass. You see the flip kick at the end there, showing her power. So hopefully she steps into the limelight in season 2 to show off her Miyagi-Do karate. But why take all that abuse from the ex-boyfriend or whatever they were dating? The lies and the gossip about them hooking up, and she just accepts that. I got a real problem with that. You feel that Daniel LaRusso's daughter, the girl I saw in that series, strong female character, would have stepped up to that and not wait around for some Miguel or someone else to step in and fight her battles. Not believable for me. I wish they had written that differently. I understand they wanted to build Miguel's arc there, but no, I hope to see more from Sam in season 2. This is an underdeveloped character for me. They need to do more with her. We want to see her Miyagi-Do karate. We want to see her step up. The way Miguel stepped up, the way Rory stepped up. She's a hidden gem in this series here. I think maybe they held her back to show more in season 2, but it's something that a bit of a niggle for me. I had a bit of a problem with that. Being taught by Daniel, that was really interesting. Having Daniel teach Johnny's son so that they could finally meet at the All Valley final, or have it play out that way, was a great choice. So all 3 characters well cast and well done. Cobra Kai karate, I think that was the karate, the message itself.
What do we study here? The way of the fist, sir! And what is that way? Strike first, strike hard, no mercy, sir! I can't hear you! Strike first, strike hard, no mercy, sir! Mr. Lawrence.
Yes, Sensei.
Warm them up.
Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. And what he was Johnny was trying to bring to maybe the new generation, millennials. I'm not trying to characterize a whole group of people here, but maybe he's trying to toughen them up. Maybe he's trying to bring a message from the 80s and the 90s to the 2010s and the 2015s, and it was interesting to see where they were going with that. And even that has merit and flaws in itself. So interesting there. Trying to just, you're talking about karate, but karate and Cobra Kai is being applied to real life. Boy, I got to tell you that Johnny and Daniel's connection at the bar over Ali. You can tell that obviously they have their differences, but they came from the same era. And when Daniel didn't really know Johnny that well. So when he understood that where he came from, his father figure was absent, and then he found a father figure in John Kreese who molded him and shaped him. I think it changed his perception of him. So them at the bar, talking about those things, connecting over Ali too. Looking her up on Facebook. You can see that they're both still thinking about her. So will they bring Ali back in season 2? I don't know, but that was interesting to see. Talking about goosebumps and nostalgic moments, walking back through the garage or the parking lot, past the old cars, the vintage cars, and then stepping into the backyard, which Daniel's saying that I'm gonna bring back Miyagi-Do karate like that. That's how you do nostalgia. Well done there. One thing I really loved as well is Johnny's humbling speech to the board of the karate board there at All Valley, trying to reinstate Cobra Kai, which was banned for life. They had received a ban because of Silver and Kreese and Cobra Kai's doings in the 80s. And then, listening to him pitch you know, what he wants to do with Cobra Kai and how he's lost connection with that and what he wants to, you know, how he wants to bring Cobra Kai forward. Probably his best scene for me. That was fantastic. Listen, the final, they did it beautifully, how they had Cobra Kai coming out with the Cobra Kai chant. That was awesome. And I love how he kept saying that was a badass name for a dojo. I mean, it is. Boy, did they kill it with that name. But yeah, having them move through the brackets and then meet in the final, and then you see Daniel, he wanted to get in there. Seeing himself, you know, it harkened back to himself being on his own, a loner at the tournament. And yeah, you know, I mean, I think it was fantastic the way they had announced that Daniel LaRusso is going to coach, you know, as opposed to Daniel LaRusso is going to fight. Daniel LaRusso is going to coach. And, you know, a great moment when, you know, he had the shoulder injury and then he called for the medic because it was a bit corny that, you know, Miyagi could fix up. I always thought it was. I mean, what did he do there? Did he readjust his shoulder with the, who knows what happened there, okay? That's a bit of 80s, that's just movie magic, okay? But I like that they brought that back into reality, call for the medic. But the way it finished, this is the best part about the whole series. Because it talks about victory and defining victory and what that means. You know, obviously Daniel won the tournament and it sent him on one path. Johnny, who was a two-time champion, losing to Daniel, sent him on another. And that defined what victory is there. Now you had Cobra Kai winning the tournament. Johnny Lawrence as a sensei, being victorious with Miguel as a student, but the way he won, you know, you could see after it was conflicted, you know what I mean? Miguel went with the Cobra Kai teachings to get victory, you know what I mean? To go after the injured shoulder and show no mercy. And he was victorious, and Johnny was victorious, and Daniel congratulating him, Johnny back at the dojo, asking himself, all those years thinking about wanting to win, and now he had the victory. And what did it mean? Is this everything he wanted? That was the best message for me, defining what victory means. You know, it's the message behind the victory. Maybe that's more important than the victory itself, how you won. So that's interesting. We'll see as it goes to season 2. And how about the actual final scene? John Kreese walking in to the Cobra Kai dojo to congratulate. Who saw that coming? I didn't. I mean, obviously when he starts talking and you see the cigar smoke, we all had a feeling. But I wasn't expecting that. So what's that gonna be like in season 2? We don't know. All of us want to see the interaction with Kreese and Lawrence in season 2. All of us want to see season 2. You know what? They did a great job. So, you know, again, I'm going to go back to my original theory of near perfection. I'm giving this series a 9 out of 10, which is a really high score for me. It's absolutely a 9 out of 10. Couple missteps, but you know, it was just a home run. They knocked this one out of the park. I'm so glad they did the characters in the series, in the film, and the legacy justice. Because if they didn't, then I would not want this to be in the sphere and in the reality of popular media. Now we can just remember Karate Kid for what it was, for how great it was. But no, we have this to work with now, and so it was really well done. Thank you for watching my series review. Hopefully, looking forward to season 2. Cobra Kai fans, I'm a big Cobra Kai fan. Cobra Kai is back. Really excited. Thank you for watching.